Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse and I'm back for another iOS accessible game spotlight video. Now the game that we're going to be looking at today has actually been out for quite a long time and I just hadn't gotten around to covering it for quite a while. But the developer actually reached out to me a little while back and said they were doing basically a really big overhaul to the game, the user interface, and everything, and invited me to be part of their beta. The 5.0 update is out now, and so we are going to finally take a look at Land of Livia. Land of Livia, Livia. It is a voiceover accessible game. And it is also kind of an idle game. You know, we've covered a few of these in the past to some degree, low vision, blind. These are games you're not going to sit and play them for minutes or hours on end. This is one where you pick it up throughout the day. You know, maybe it's a good excuse to, get up and take a break if you're working or whatever. And, every half an hour, you get up and stretch and use the restroom, whatever, take a break. Or every few hours, you check in with the app and you do a few things, and then you go about your day. It is kind of an idle RPG type of spiel. So let's go into it.
Land of Livia, beta, 1 new item.
So I am still running a beta,
location.
but their latest build is out for everybody. As I'm recording this video, it's been out for about, a week or so. It's been so screwy and crazy around here that unfortunately, sorry to the developer, I meant to get a video out to this a lot sooner, or at least have the video recorded so I could release it. But this video will go out probably within the next. I want to space it out a little bit from the accessible game video I just released yesterday as we're recording this. So I'm thinking this might, I'm recording this on a Thursday. I might spread this to like a Monday or something, but we'll see. Anyway, logistics aside, before we go into any of the gameplay, there's one thing I want to do.
Settings button.
I'm going to go into settings.
Tutorial haptic feedback enabled. Switch tutorial tips enabled. Music enabled. Switch button. Music enabled.
Let's
Switch
enable the
on.
music. There you go. We get some nice chill piano music. It's nice.
Back button.
And before I go into the settings and things,
requires unlocking new tab.
what I want to do is I want to start a task because, again, the way this game is designed is you do a couple things and then you usually, when you queue up a job or you travel somewhere, you have to wait. So I'll explain the game interface, but first we're at a current town and there's something I want to do. So we're going to queue up a task so that hopefully later in the video we'll be able to do something else.
Current location, town, Stern Shipping Outpost, button. Back.
Okay,
button.
so we're at a Stern Shipping Outpost. And let's go ahead and...
Stern Shipping Outpost. The Stern Shipping Company is the largest enterprise in the land of Livia. Many aspire to the success of the Stern family and in particular its heir Louis Stern. In his lifetime he has dramatically expanded the empire, including the creation of this shipping outpost along an otherwise dangerous stretch of coast. Stores, heading.
So we have stores. There's a couple different sections.
Stores, heading.
And I love how he's put headings on these screens because sometimes there are multiple sections on the screen. So if you got your rotor set up to navigate by heading, or I've created custom gestures where there's some unused swipe gestures that I set to next and previous headings, so I can literally just take 2 fingers and swipe right and left.
Heading. Stores, heading.
And I don't even have to touch the rotor. This comes in so handy on the web and in so many apps.
Heading. Stores, heading.
So it's stores.
Stern Mart, button.
We're going to go to Stern Mart.
Level 1 companion. Increases success chance when listening for rumors, button. Tired help. Level 1 companion. Increases inventory size, button.
Let's do that one. We're going to buy that real quick.
Level 1 companion. The shipping outpost is full of unemployed farmers looking for anyone to earn a living. Hiring one could allow you to carry more items on your travels. Inventory size, 28 increased to 30.
Okay. Oh, really? Only 2?
Inventory size, 28 increased to 30.
Okay.
Gold cost, 400.
I guess.
Purchase, button. Ralph Levine, level 1 companion. Increases success chance when listening for rumors, button.
And how much are you? I'm not going to be able to
Levine.
afford him, probably.
Level 1 companion. Ralph was a Fardrick executive in the Stern Shipping Company. He is taking a break from the stress and offers to help you out. He has a particular skill for reading the room. Plus listening success percent, 0% increase to 1%.
Yeah, ooh.
Gold cost, 350, insufficient available.
Right, so it tells you insufficient, that's nice.
Purchase, dimmed, button.
Now the one thing that I would like to see, just as a convenience feature, is to support the two-finger scrub gesture. So right now I have to go up to the upper left-hand corner
Back button.
and find the back button,
Back
which is
button.
no problem, and is consistently in the upper left. But, you know, if I scroll through the page or whatever, I can literally, if I could just take two fingers and the little Z scrub gesture to go back, that would be just a nice convenience thing. I don't think that should be too bad to add. So we've done that, and I want to do one more thing before we start looking at the rest of the interface. So let's go do a job. Oh, I hope I didn't spend all the money that we need.
Heading.
In.
Stern cafeteria, button.
So let's go to the cafeteria.
Activities, heading.
Now here, in this case, we can do a bunch of things. So I'm going to swipe here.
Listen for rumors, heading.
That's what we're going to do in a second.
Success chance, 70%.
Okay, so you have a probability there.
15-minute duration.
See how it says 15-minute duration. That is 15 real minutes.
Gold cost, 45.
Okay, I think I still have enough. No, do I have enough? Oh, dear.
Stern cafeteria, heading, back, button, back, back. Stern, activities, listen for rumors, heading.
Well,
Quests, heading. Not enough gold. Gold cost, 45.
Crap. Okay, that was my bad. I should have done that before buying a companion. Okay.
Success chance. Gold reward, 47. 50. Success chance, 100%. Cook a dish, heading.
Cook a dish.
Success chance, 59-minute duration.
59 minutes. Crud. Yeah, that was my poor thing. I was gonna do that, but I thought I had more than a little over 400. Whoops. So you see,
Gold reward, 47.
There's my 47 gold.
Insert attempts, button. Clean the floors, heading.
Clean the floors.
Success chance, 100%. 3 hours, 59-minute duration.
See, 3 hours and 50. So depending on how frequently, like, well, maybe I'm at the office or I'm at school, and so I don't have time to keep checking, so I might queue up a longer task. Or maybe before I go to bed, I might choose, I think there's one in this town, there's like a bartending gig.
10 the bar, heading.
Right, so
success chance, 100%. 7 hours, 59-minute duration.
Right, so hey, maybe I'm going to do this and earn some better cash before I go to bed.
Gold reward, 342.
Yeah, so the other one was 47. We got 342 here. So yeah, we'll make a lot more money, and I can just let it do its thing when I'm asleep. Wake up in the morning and have enough dough to do something else.
Bartending is a very demanding job. Shifts often last all night, and it is not as though the patrons get easier to deal with as time goes on. You won't make as much gold as cooking or cleaning, but at least the job lasts much longer.
Yep, fair enough.
Attempts, button. Tab bar, selected, map, tab, 1 of 5.
So, yeah, this is not going to be an hour-long video. Unfortunately, yeah, my 15 minutes, I blew that chance. I don't have enough money, so
cook a dish, heading.
We'll do the next best thing.
Success chance, 59-minute duration. Gold reward, 47.
Yeah.
Ends are often insert, attempts, button.
We'll attempt. So current it pops us out of the in screen, and we're back on the map, and now...
Current activity questing. Intelligence level 4. Settings button. Gold 19 of 600. Heading.
Yeah, 19. See, I thought I had like 500 and some. I guess I should have looked before doing that. So there's our gold in the upper middle.
Settings button.
Settings.
Rank level 3.
Rank level 3.
Dexterity. Strength level 3.
Oh, strength.
Dexterity level 3. Intelligence level 4. Current activity questing.
So your typical RPG stats fare.
Close button. At Stern Cafeteria. 58 minutes, 22 seconds.
Yep, so you see this is real time. It just kind of hangs out there. You can do other stuff that isn't another job, but you can't travel. Like you can look at your inventory, you can putz around with other different things, but you cannot do anything else on the map screen while a timer is active.
2%.
So yeah, 2%, it tells you how much time and the percentage. So there you go. Let's pop into settings here so you can see what the rest of the app is.
Back button.
And
settings, accessibility, heading, haptic feedback enabled. Switch button.
So you got haptic feedback if you're on a phone.
Setting. Puzzle difficulty, balanced, button.
Balanced puzzle difficulty. Okay, that's cool. That's cool that you can make it easier or harder.
Tutorial tips enabled. Switch button on.
Tutorial
Double tap to toggle
tips.
setting. Sound heading. Music enabled. Switch button on. Double tap to toggle setting.
And I'm hoping the music isn't too loud.
Music volume. 65%. Adjustable.
Just in case, since we're going to be looking at more of the
volume.
interface now.
55%. 45%.
I'm going to crank her down to 45 just so it hopefully doesn't get too loud if it is.
Sound effects enabled. Switch button on.
So sound
Double
effects.
Tap to toggle setting. Sound effects volume.
Same thing there.
100%. iCloud heading.
So iCloud, if you
iCloud backup
have an account or you link it to your iCloud, you can back it up, which I thought I did because in the earlier builds of this, when I was playing, the real version before I got invited to the beta redesign, and I was on my older phone, I had gotten a lot further than I am in the game right now. But I'm like, whatever, I can start over and refresh my memory on the story anyway, because like I said, this game in its original form has been out for quite a while. So yeah, you can
test heading.
You can do iCloud.
Restart game button.
I could restart the game
News,
if I wanted
heading.
to start over.
19th news heading. 19th March 2025. Version 5.0 is here and it's our biggest update yet. Explore Livia like never before with a dark visual theme, a remastered UI, and a streamlined, more accessible adventure. If you experience any issues or have feedback, we'd love to hear from you. Join Discord button.
And there's a link to join their Discord, and then there's a few other news links down below as well. So yeah, I will say I very, very much appreciate. I love the new dark theme because this was in its previous interface. A lot of the icons were way, way smaller on the map, and everything was just either light colors or white. So yeah, I very, very much appreciate the dark theme, and I think it's implemented really well. There's still good use of color and contrast, and so that's a good thing. Yeah, I think that's really all we need in settings.
iCloud backup. iCloud heading. Page
so let's go ahead and
back button.
Go back.
Current location, town, Stern Shipping Outpost. Button.
So it pops us back to our current location. Now, here's what's cool about the map screen. I really like this design. I can kind of just flick left or right.
Northern Beach button. Current location, town, Stern Shipping Outpost.
Tells me my
button.
current location.
Northern Beach button. Tar Rock Grasslands button.
And it, when I flick, it automatically puts the highlight and jumps the screen to wherever it is on the map.
Town, Tar
so you don't have
button.
to worry about freely exploring.
Town, Tor button. Solomon's Farm button. Shaman's Hut button.
And that's one way to do it.
Town, Tor,
but what
button.
I really like is, so on the bottom you have some tabs.
Tab bar, selected, map, tab, hero, tab, crafting, tab, journal, tab, campfire, tab, 5.
And we'll get into those in a minute, but
selected, map, tab.
I'm going to go to my
5.
map tab and I'm going to flick left.
Requires unlocking new town, new tropical jungle, Smuggler's Cove, but new Koresh raid camp.
Oh, okay, maybe, okay, so maybe that would be a thing if they could change the tab order so that there's a button in the bottom middle right above your tabs.
Map navigation button.
Map navigation. So if that were the last thing always on the map, no matter what, I could literally come down, like, I could either explore by touch and find it in the bottom middle.
Map navigation button.
Or for people who like to flick,
tab bar selected. Map,
I could touch
tab,
the lower
1 of 5.
left-hand corner and then flick left. So, I could start at the beginning of the tab list at the bottom and then flick left, and
Requires
it would automatically
unlocking.
jump me to the
Map navigation.
map
Button.
navigation.
Back button.
But I love this screen, especially if you haven't played in a while and come back and go, what the heck was I supposed to be doing again? So,
Stern Shipping Outpost.
I'm at the Stern Shipping Outpost.
Western Livia. Goals. Heading.
And it tells me, instead of having to go to my journal and remember where the heck I am, right here, the first thing is my immediate goal.
Stern Shipping Outpost. Current location. Recruit a crew, as well as acquiring a ship. You are going to need to gather a crew to accompany you. You should try to recruit a captain and a deckhand at the very least. Inquiring at the Stern Shipping Outpost seems like a reasonable starting point. Button.
Okay.
Nearby. Heading.
And then they have headings for other different types of things. So here's some nearby locations.
Northern Beach. Tar Rock Grasslands. Tar Rock.
And there's a few,
17
but I'm
minutes.
going to skip by heading.
Recommended leveling quests. Heading.
Recommended leveling quests. So maybe I don't care what's nearby as much. Maybe I want to do a task that's going to get me more leveling up, and so my stats, and I can succeed at other things. You remember when I did the quest, it said success chance like 50% or 100% or what have you. Depending on the equipment that you have and your level and everything, your stats, those things come into play. So here now I can say, okay.
Cliff Lookout, Prowling Wolves, level 4 strength quest. Button.
So Prowling Wolves, that's a good strength quest if I want to boost that.
Smuggler's Cove, the Golden Sands Lair, level 4 dexterity quest. Button.
There's a dexterity quest.
Northern Beach, trade with vagrants, level 4 intelligence quest. Button. Current region, heading.
And I can pop over, like, I'm not going to do it because I'm in something now, but I think if I double tap on these, I can just kind of pop right over to that thing and then double tap to not fast travel, but to travel to that location. Because again, just like doing the jobs that I'm doing right now, traveling, depending on the distance on the map, it could take 5 minutes, 20 minutes, probably even up to like an hour to travel. So again, it's kind of an idle-based game that you can just come back to whenever. So I really like that you can navigate the main map accessibly, but I really like this map navigation menu because you can tailor it to your, essentially it's like, in other games where you're sorting the map by what is my immediate goal, what are some nearby things I can do, and what are some good experience quests.
Heading not found.
So let's back out of that.
Back, button. Back. Current location,
and
tab, northern, tab bar, hero, tab, 2
so
of 5.
we'll look at our hero
Selected,
page.
Hero, tab, 2 of 5. Level
Oh,
3,
I was,
page
okay, so I got to scroll back up.
Selected, hero, button, real estate, button, companions, button, 3, progress, button, 4 of 4.
So at the very top, we have multiple tabs. And some of these things I don't think we can really do much with until, later in the game. But on my hero tab here.
Hawk. Sell junk, button.
So sell junk.
Auto equip, button.
And this auto equip, basically what it does is it looks at all the equipment that you have and it'll try to choose the best. So instead of having to go into each, body part here, if I flick to the right here.
Weapon slot enchanted bronze sword, level 3.
So I've got
button.
my weapon slot.
Head slot bronze helm, level 4. Chest slot enchanted bronze armor. Hand slot ranger's cloth gloves. Leg slot cloth pants. Feet slot cloth boots, level. Arm slot enchanted iron bracelet. Finger slot iron ring, level. Neck slot wizard's iron amulet, level 4. Temple slot empty, button. Nose slot empty, button. Chin slot empty, button. Nose. Temple slot empty, button. Equip gem.
Yeah, so I really need to do some stuff with gems. I'm going to see if I can upgrade one in a little bit, though, before I do.
Nose.
So,
edit name. Primary attributes. Heading. Strength. 29. Sell junk. Button.
And there's a sell junk button. Basically, it takes a look at like common items. You farm quests for a little while, and you just end up with some lower level items sometimes. And instead of having to go through all of your inventory, just like, yeah, if it's a certain level, you can just, sell it. When you complete a quest, which I'm not going to be able to show you in this video, it'll tell you like, oh, a success or fail. And if you succeeded, there's a nice little screen, again, a convenience thing that I really like what they did. They'll say, okay, this is what you earned. Like you earned so many gold, you earned so many experience. Maybe I got a new piece of armor or a weapon or something. And it'll tell me the stats of it right away. And then it'll right away on that screen, it will give me a couple of buttons and it'll allow me to sell the item. If it's like, no, this is a common item, it's way lower than what I already got, don't care. Or if it's something that oh yeah, this is actually pretty good, there's an equip button right there. So I don't even have to go into my inventory. Right on my quest completion screen, I can just sell or equip an item. And that, again, it's just a little efficiency things like this that I appreciate, because then you don't have to bounce between so many screens all the time. So that's another great thing that I like about this. So
auto equip button. Weapon slot enchanted bronze. Head slot bronze.
Okay, let's go.
Level 3, 77%.
So okay, that's an interesting thing. When I touch the
sell junk button,
the sell junk button, that is in the lower middle of the screen. But if I flick to the right,
Auto-equip. Button. Weapon slot enchanted bronze sword. Level 3. Button.
I think the tab order, this is another case where like the tab order could be a little bit different. Because you could, you know, if I'm looking at this as a low vision user, but I'm still using VoiceOver like I am now, you have this big button up here,
Auto-equip. Button.
auto-equip, which is near right below these tabs on my hero screen. And then I have the circle of all of my equipment that I currently have equipped. And then below all that,
Sell junk. Button.
you have your sell junk. So I don't know if it really matters, but it's a little bit confusing if you are flicking and then you notice like, oh, the screen really jumped way down to the bottom and then it jumped way back up again. So kind of having that, you know, kind of a sequence order, tab order type of thing. Again, it's fully accessible. It's just a little minor thing. And a VoiceOver user, if they couldn't see the screen, probably wouldn't even notice. But for blind, like for low vision users, it's just a little observation that I noticed. Like for me, I just usually explore by touch because I'm like, oh, there's a big button here. What does that say?
Sell junk. Button.
And I just touch it. But then below that, you have all
Page
of your
2 of 3.
stats.
Dexterity.
You know, your strength, your dexterity, your yada yada.
Secondary attributes. Heading.
And then your secondary, again, look at this. We got nice headings so I can jump and see what all these different things are.
Heading not found.
And that's it, your secondary
Page one of
attributes. And then that's your hero screen.
Real estate. Button.
Real estate.
Selected.
I haven't even
Real estate.
gotten
2
into
of
that
4.
yet.
Abandoned shack. Level 1 real estate. Increases max gold. Button.
Okay, that would be really nice, but I don't have any friggin' money. Let's see what I got here. Because I got like 14 bucks or something.
It is trashed inside and quite loud at night, but at least it has a pretty good amount of space for storage. Max gold, 200 increased to 400.
Okay, that would be good.
Gold cost, 300. Insufficient available.
Yeah, I mean my insufficient funds.
Back. Small chest, max level real estate, increases max gold. Button.
So I will definitely want to be investing in these things very soon. Again, what order do you want to prioritize things in?
Companions. Button. 3 of 4.
Companions. So we've got a couple
donkey,
of these.
Level 1 companion. Donkey. Level 1 companion. Reduces half time. Button.
So when I travel, I get faster than on foot.
Tired help. Level 1 companion. Increases inventory size. Button.
That's the one I bought.
Parrot. Level 1 companion. Increases bonus gold from quests. Button.
So yeah, I got my little trusty parrot, and he gives me more gold. So I've invested in some of those.
Selected. Companions. Progress. Button. 4 of 4.
Progress.
Selected. Progress. 4. Quest items. Button. Legendary items found. 0. Locations visit. 9. Quests complete. 63. Net worth. 1,618.
So I've done a lot of quests and everything, but
Net worth. 1,618.
because I started over on when I got my new phone, I'm not anywhere near where I was when I played this quite a while ago. So that's your hero tab.
Tab bar. Crafting. Tab. 3. Crafting. Tab. Selected. Hero. Crafting. Tab.
Crafting.
Selected. Crafting. Tab. 3
So
of 5.
this is kind of neat because you get a mini game. So I have a gem.
Rough Jasper 50%. Tier 2. Constitutions. Selected. Gems. Button. Lore. Button. 2 of 3.
And above, at the top of the screen, I also have tabs
Selected.
here. I have gem,
Lore. Button. 2 of 3.
lore,
Items. Button. 3 of
and
3.
items. I'm trying to remember what is in
Selected.
items here.
Items. 3 of 3. No legendary items.
Oh, right. So these are...
Step 1. Listen for rumors add-ins to learn about legends. 2. Use lore items to unlock clues of the item's final resting place. Step 3. Use your wits to deduce the location and find. Step 4. Upgrade with enchanted items as you progress.
Yeah, fair enough.
Lore. Button. 2
And
of
then
3.
we got some
Selected.
lore stuff
2.
here.
Lore fragment. Tier 1 lore item. 7 available. Can upgrade. Button.
Okay.
Gems.
So
button.
let's go
Selected.
to gem.
Rough Jasper 50%.
And it's kind of a
vibrate.
it uses vibration and or audio. And basically there's a visual element to it too, but I try to do it audibly. And it kind of, what happens is like it kind of spins around the circle, and when you hear this, you want to wait for it to go around a few times to kind of get the feel of the timing, and then when you think it's about to vibrate or make the sound, you're supposed to double tap the screen.
Rough Jasper 50%
to try to
Tier 2.
be accurate.
6,
So let's try.
0, Charisma. Tier 2.
We got a
Rough Jasper.
rough jasper.
50% quality. Tier 2 increased to 3. Constitution 6 increased to 6 to 12.
Okay.
Wisdom 0 unchanged. 6 increased to 6 to 12. Gold cost 200. Insufficient available.
Oh no, I need gold to do this. Oh, that's where I lost my gold because I was playing with this mini game last night and I screwed it up. That's why I thought I would have more money in the town. I forgot that this count. Ah, dang it, I need gold. Shoot, I can't show that to you. But again, it's very straightforward, but it is actually kind of challenging because you do one little sequence, and then if you succeed, it'll get faster, and it'll get faster until you do it a few times, and then you do the mini game. Yeah, me and my boneheadedness, and I didn't.
Back button.
I didn't have any gold because I spent it on a very minimal, uh,
Back.
a very minimal capacity upgrade.
Tab bar. Crafting.
But again, you see how accessible the game is. I'm gonna have you guys explore it because it's accessible. Buy and play the app, or buy and play the game for yourself. Support the developer.
Journal. Tab 4 of 5.
Journal.
Selected. Journal.
So
tab 4 of 5. Current chapters. Heading. Prelude. The Sorceress into Sea. Grow your character through exploration and questing from a modest farmhand into a worldly adventurer. Venture across land and sea to uncover the beginnings of a dark conspiracy afoot in the land of Livia. Button.
So if I remember correctly, you can download the game for free, and you get like the prologue, and then you can buy, in-app purchases. You can buy the rest of the game. So if you want all of the chapters, which will take you a good long time to get through, you can do that. And so if I go by heading,
upcoming chapters. Heading. Heading not found. Chapter 1. A land divided. Travel north to Hierarchia, Thardic City, and of course the free city of Farhavan, but don't let the veneer of civilization fool you. The north is as wild as ever. Explore more locations, solve more legends, and immerse yourself deeper in the epic narrative. Chapter 2. The First Tribe. Travel to the southern tip of Livia by ship and gain the trust of the Koresh.
So yeah, like there's a bunch of these all the way up to
Finale. Rise of the Yuri King. Chapter 3. Chapter 3.
Okay, so I think I was in the middle of chapter 2 on my previous game, so I'd gone through a lot of content. But that's okay. Like I said, I had played it a while ago, and I don't remember anything, so it's good to start over.
Page 1 of
But
2.
up here,
Prelude. The Sorceress into
the
Sea.
prelude, I can double tap that, and now this is where I have all my sub-objectives for, in this case, the prelude, or chapter 1, 2, 3, or the finale.
The land of Livia can be a very unforgiving place for a half-blood. As a young half-Ardric, half-Hierarchian farmhand on Solomon Potts' run-down potato farm, every day is a struggle. The farm has not had rain for many months. This morning, Solomon threw you off his property and told you not to come back until you find a way to bring back the rain and save him from bankruptcy. The failed Ardric entrepreneur called it character building, ellipsis.
Okay, that's one way to look at it.
Main goals, heading. Recruit a crew, as well as acquiring a ship. You are going to need to gather a crew to accompany
So that's what it, remember on my map screen, that's that thing that it told me, my current objective, which is great.
Legends, heading. The scout's boots. As tension was mounting before the outbreak of the Koresh Wars, the Hierarchian scout became famous for his ability to quickly run north to inform others when Koresh raiding parties were spotted. His secret were an ancient pair of boots that increased his speed, but sadly, the scout did not make it through the wars, and the boots had not been
so hopefully I can find those boots to make things faster.
completed. Heading. Find out why the rain has stopped. Solomon Farm and the surrounding rural town of Tarrock have not had a drop of rain in months. Solomon's frustration.
So yes, and then again, these are, you got your main goal, you got your legends, and then you're completed. So again, everything is organized super well. It's voiceover friendly. It's low vision friendly, especially with the new dark theme. And yeah.
Tab bar. So campfire. Tab.
So we'll go to our campfire here.
Tab. 5 of
I
5.
haven't really played with this too much. This is kind of got like, you can have other people join
Chat button.
your campfire.
Chat button.
So there's like a chat here. And then there's like...
Enter a chat message. Send button. Renata Marsh 72,252 changed their name to Sir Nabram 99. Sebastian Kendall changed their name to Pixie Piper. Hurricane found report button. Hurricane found them lol 4 days 11 report. Hurricane. Does anyone know where the Blackened Table lands are? It has been a while since I did that part. I'm currently working on the epilogue. 4 days 12 hours.
And so you'll get announcements of like major accomplishments that people have done, or messages. Again, I could send out a chat message to anybody here. And then the other tab across the top in the middle, we got rankings.
Wealthy lords.
And they split it up into interestingly different categories. So
wealthy lords button.
Wealthy lords, pretty self-explanatory.
Fame collectors button.
Fame collector.
Seasoned adventurers button.
Seasoned adventurers.
Well-traveled explorers button. Questaholics button.
Yeah. So how many locations have you been to? How much have you traveled? How much combat have you done? It's just a fun little leaderboard thing.
Info button.
And then
info. Info 3 selected. Your campfire ID is GB80XW.
Let me spell that out for you if you want to join my campaign.
Audio destination. Headings, containers, speech volume, speaking rate, words, characters, cap G, cap B, 8, E, echo, cap X, W.
So that is my campfire code.
E8 cap.
Come
Cap
on.
G. Golf.
Okay, so let me do it one more time.
Cap G. Golf. Cap B. 8. E. Cap X. W. Whiskey. Share this ID with your friends so they can join your campfire. Change campfire button.
Or I can
Share this
change a
ID with your
campfire. So yeah, and that's really about
Tab
it.
bar. Map. Tab.
You know,
Selected.
again, I
Map.
went through
Tab.
a lot of
Current location.
this was
Town.
going
Stern
through a lot of the interface and how VoiceOver accessible it was and low vision accessible it was. Because again, it's not an action game. It's not even so much of like a, you know, it's not even like a turn-based RPG that you can just play, you know, for hours on end. This is a game where you choose a mission. You might hire a couple people. You might buy something, sell something, and then when it comes to traveling or doing a quest, it gives you the experience, the gold you're going to make. It tells you how long it'll take, and how much have we done here.
Down.
So,
Tar Rock. At Stern Cafeteria. 36 minutes. 50 seconds.
okay. So yeah, we still have a fair bit of time. We are going to wrap up the video here. But again, you know, it's pretty easy to figure out. You do definitely get bits of story. You know, this is a story-based game, so you start out trying to figure out why the rain has stopped, and it leads you to here, to there, and you know you're going to towns and farms and ports and all kinds of different things. A lot of the towns will have shops where you can buy and upgrade or buy and sell items. You have inns, and that's where you're going to get main quest information and side quest information, even new side quests and things. So, you know, again, it's just a kind of a nice little idle RPG. So that is the Land of Livia, Livia, and they've done a nice user interface overhaul and upgrade to it. I very much approve. And we're going to continue. I'm going to continue this going forward and see if I can actually beat the game this time now that I'm starting over. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please support the game developer and pick up the game for yourself. Give the video a like if you did. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Blue Sky at Illegally Cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.